Hello and welcome to chapter 8 of Angular Material Theming System. In this chapter, I'm going to show you a way how to add more colors in Angular Material Theming. So basically, Angular Material components follow Angular Material Theming and Angular Material Theming follows Material 3 guidelines. And according to Material 3 guidelines, there can be only primary, tertiary, and error color rules. Basically, these are the color rules which showcase on your UI, and Angular Material heavily relies on primary role. So if you use Angular Material components in your application, you will see only single colors, tones everywhere in your application. So I'm going to showcase a way through which you can add more colors in your application. So this is going to be a quick and short chapter. So we are going to take a look at first Tailwind's colors. So in Tailwind, these are all the default colors available, and to use that, you can simply use like BG red 50, BG red 100, or if you want to use it for text color, then you will use text red 500 and like this. So this is the very really easy way through which you can achieve any color you want in your HTML, right? So we are going to try to create similar classes uh, and see how we can incorporate those with Angular material theming. Okay, so let's do that. So for our example, I'm going to take example of blue color palette. Okay, I'm going to go to my code window, and in that, inside styles folder, I will create a file inside palettes folder, and I will name it as underscore index.scss. Now I will use this blue palette. I have already created this palette because basically these are the colors from Tailwind's default blue color palette. Okay. Now we are going to create classes like this, like blue 50, blue 100, and likewise. And using these classes, you can color your buttons. So your buttons will have, if you are using filled button, then it will have background color of this. If you are using text button or a simple button, then its text color will be of this color. So we want to target Angular material buttons so that we can use this classes in that. Okay. Okay. So these are the main colors. We also want contrast colors for this so that we can use them as either foreground or background. So we need two colors as a pair. Okay. So I'm going to add a map of contrast in this. So this is the contrast map. So what I'm trying to establish over here is like if we are using EFF6FF as background color, then we will use 0000 as foreground color. And similarly for other number of colors. Now once the contrast palette is added, we can create the dynamic classes. We are going to use the concepts of iteration and interpolation from SAS, and we will create our dynamic classes. I will also import SAS map module and Angular materials module so that we can use those. Now, what I'm doing over here is I'm creating a static list of all the colors available. So I have this 50, 100 up to 950. I'm creating a list of same numbers. Then I am iterating over each and every item from this. Then I am using interpolation so that it creates class for each and every value from this list. So for 50, it will create class as blue 50. Then in that class, I am calling theme overrides mixin, and I'm overriding primary and on primary tokens. So for primary, I'm using map.get blue palette and color. So what it will do for 50, it will go to this map, then it will fetch 50 and its value. So it will bind EFF 6FF for blue 50 primary. And for on primary, what I'm doing, I'm getting contrast map first and then I'm getting its 50 numbers value. So this is how a nested map is accessed in SAS. So first it will get contrast map, then it will use 50 number to get this color. So blue 50 will have EFF 6FF for primary token and 000000 for on primary. Let's save this. Now let's go to our applications dialog to do form dialog component, and let's use that anywhere. So uh, let's use that in both of this cancel button and add to do button. So what I will do, uh, I will add class is equal to blue 500, and similarly for add to do the value is blue 500. Now I will save this. Now we will also need to import this palette in our main styles file. So I'm going to go into style and then I'm going to import that using use rule palettes. That's it. Let's save it. Once it's saved, we are going to click on add to do, and you can see cancel button has a blue 500 color. Let's also add some title. So we can see the add to do. You can see now add to do button is also turned to blue 500 color palette. Let's switch theme to dark. The still follow blue 500. Now I will type any character. You can see add to do as the blue 500 color applied from this our new palette, right? Now notice that as we were only targeting button, that's why we were only overriding primary and non-primary tokens, because buttons mainly uses these two tokens. But if you are targeting any other component, you need to override those tokens. For example, for badge, you may need to override error tokens. I'm going to provide list of tokens which you can override if you want to change the colors, or basically these are the default colors which are used by components. So for button, primary color rule is used by default. For badge, error color is used by default. For icon, surface color rule is used by default. I'm going to provide the full list in the article below this video so that you can refer to it and override the token for your colors. That brings us to end of this chapter, and I will see you in the next one.